Did you know that the chefs on board American aircraft carriers have to cook at least 17,000 meals every single day? That's right. With 5,000 crew members living inside these floating cities, the chef has the enormous duty of feeding thousands of starving bellies, with daily meals numbering in the tens of thousands. I guess the US Navy took the phrase of "let him cook" to a whole new level. On average, most people living on this beautiful planet wake up at 7 a.m., but it's not the case for Mr. or Mrs. Chef living aboard aircraft carriers. Waking up at 3 a.m. is a normal routine for that man or woman. Their alarm pierces the silence of the early morning, rousing them from a few precious hours of sleep. There's no time to rest anymore, as there are thousands of stomachs that need to be fed after all. With a groggy determination, the chef swings his legs over the bunk and plants his feet firmly on the cold metal floor. The ship hums with the gentle rhythm of its engines, and while the chef rubs the sleep from his eyes and wears his uniform, he or she slowly gets ready to head to an early morning work. Well, it's 3 a.m., so technically it's still nighttime, but whatever. Navigating the dimly lit corridors of the vessel, the cook would enter the galley, which is basically the heartbeat of the ship, where he and his team would prepare meals for the crew. This galley soon transforms from a quiet and clean area to a bustling hub of activity. The chef would then review the stock of ingredients, ensuring that everything needed for the day's menu is available. We'll talk about the ingredients in just a few short minutes for anyone wondering about that. By 3:30 a.m., the kitchen starts to come alive. By then, everyone would still be in the dream world, but for the chef, this time around resembles 9 a.m. for the rest of us, funnily enough. But if you believe that one man or woman is capable of cooking all of this food alone, you would be wrong. You see, the culinary structure on an aircraft carrier is a finely tuned operation. At the helm of the chief culinary specialist, he is often referred to as the head chef who oversees the entire galley operation. Think of him as the Heisenberg of the group. This seasoned professional is responsible for a lot of things. He is the one that does all of the menu planning, inventory management, and he ensures that all food safety standards are meticulously followed. Supporting the head chef is a team of culinary specialists. Think of them as the Jesse of the group. Each member of this culinary team is tasked with specific roles and responsibilities. These roles range from sous chefs, who assist in meal preparation and manage specific sections of the kitchen, to bakers who ensure that fresh bread and pastries are available on a daily basis. The galley operates around the clock like an anthill filled with hardworking ants in uniforms. The Heisenbergs and the Jessies inside the aircraft carrier would be working in shifts to provide 3 main meals and several smaller snack options throughout the day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner service are major undertakings. Remember the phrase you heard about in school that says breakfast is king? Well, breakfasts are of utmost importance to the crew members, including both sailors and pilots, and to the captain and his senior officers too. I mean, that's the case, of course, considering all of these hardworking, disciplined individuals work day and night to ensure the safety of U.S. naval operations. The head chef also conducts daily briefings to outline the menu and delegating tasks. Each culinary specialist knows their station and duty, whether it's handling proteins, preparing vegetables, or ensuring the cleanliness and readiness of cooking equipment. Logistics play a crucial role in this environment. The ship's storekeeper works closely with the culinary team to manage supplies and restock ingredients, ensuring that the galley is always well provisioned despite being at sea for extended periods. Now let's talk a bit about the ingredients used in cooking these meals. On board an American aircraft carrier, the process of ingredient selection and preparation is as intricate and disciplined as the ship's overall operation. You can't have expired or outdated tomatoes and crusty potatoes inside of a $13 billion aircraft vessel. With the inflated budget that the United States military has, the crew members get to taste delicious meals from ingredients that are fresh and well chosen. The galley team always makes sure to carefully manage a diverse range of ingredients to feed thousands of sailors. Fresh produce, proteins, grains, and dairy products are the staples, and they are meticulously stored and handled to ensure quality and safety. And did we mention the storekeepers already? These guys have the underrated job of working closely with the chefs to manage inventory, forecast needs, and coordinating restocking, often relying on supply ships to deliver fresh provisions in the middle of the ocean. Something like this would definitely make Gordon Ramsay very happy. Preparation starts with a thorough inspection of ingredients. Vegetables and fruits are washed, peeled, and chopped with precision. The crew inside the kitchen are very qualified for the jobs, and they ensure absolute uniformity for consistent cooking times and presentation. Proteins such as beef, chicken, and fish are carefully thawed, trimmed, and marinated or seasoned. The use of marinades and rub is essential not only for flavor, but also for tenderizing tough cuts of meat, making them suitable for various cooking methods, ranging from grilling to baking. Other ingredients may include grains like pasta, rice, and bread, which, as you know, they're formidable components of any meal. Together, these ingredients would provide the necessary carbohydrates for the high energy demands of naval personnel. The chef would often prepare the rice in large batches and rinse it to remove excess starch, so it can be cooked to perfection. Pasta is boiled in generously salted water and carefully crafted, ensuring it is al dente, ready to be combined with robust sauces crafted from tomatoes, herbs, and spices. I bet you're getting hungry just from watching this right now. Moving on, the bread always comes fresh. There are also dairy products on the ship that include milk, cheese, and butter. These are integral to many recipes, adding richness and flavor. There are different types of cheeses that are often shredded or cubed, ready to be incorporated into casseroles, salads, or as a topping for various dishes. This is very irrelevant if you have lactose intolerance as a sailor, to be fair. The chef and his galley team employ a variety of cooking techniques to prepare meals. Sautéing, grilling, roasting, and baking are standard practices, each requiring a specific set of skills and attention to detail. Large industrial ovens, grills, and stovetops are the workhorses of the kitchen, capable of handling the volume of food needed. Just like Remy from Ratatouille, the chef navigates the bustling aircraft carrier galley with a blend of creativity and precision, turning every meal into a culinary masterpiece, even in the middle of the ocean. Sautéing vegetables and protein quickly at high heat locks in flavors and maintains texture. Grilling imparts a smoky flavor, often enhanced by marinades and seasonings. Roasting large cuts of meat or batches of vegetable caramelizes their natural sugars, adding depth and complexity to the flavors. But enough of this food showcasing mumbo-jumbo. The culinary staff on the aircraft carrier navigates through tightly packed storage areas to retrieve the food they need, tossing it to the entrance of the freezer. To assist them on this seemingly fun little mission, a detailed diagram may be needed at all times. This diagram would show the placement and arrangement of storage boxes posted on the door, simplifying navigation within the freezers. It often takes up to 8 weeks before enough boxes are used up and removed to allow easy passage on the storage facility floor. Fresh food is stored in large freezers, cold storage rooms, and dry stores, all filled to maximum capacity to preserve enormous quantities of perishable consumables for almost a month. As time progresses and the stock of fresh food depletes, the crew increasingly relies on frozen and canned foods to sustain their meals. Chefs on an aircraft carrier bear a tremendous responsibility. I mean, apart from the fact that they have to wake up at 3 a.m. every single day and go to work, their responsibility encompasses the entire spectrum of the Navy's catering requirements. Their duties range from preparing 3 to 4 meals daily for the ship's entire crew to catering for official functions such as cocktail parties, formal dinners, buffets, and morning and afternoon teas. These events often include high-profile international and diplomatic functions where the stakes are exceptionally high. Can you imagine the nerves of steel you must have not to mess up a president's plate? In addition to all of this, the culinary demands aboard an aircraft carrier are diverse and challenging. A chef's skill and versatility are constantly put to the test, as they may cook for anyone from the most junior sailors to presidents and members of the royal family. One day, a chef might be preparing a lavish cocktail party hosted by the commanding officer in a foreign port. The next day, they might be crafting high-carbohydrate meals to fuel new recruits undergoing intense physical training. This level of responsibility requires the chef to be as perfect in his cooking as possible, and it's a very hard thing to do considering that you have long shifts of work every day. Their day often begins before dawn, long before roosters are even awake, and stretches well into the night, as they juggle the preparation of daily meals with the meticulous planning and execution of special events. And believe it or not, even when the carrier is docked somewhere nice with no scheduled naval operations, the demand for high-quality, nutritious food never ceases to exist. On deployment, the chefs might even find themselves cooking in the field during peacekeeping operations overseas, adapting to limited resources and challenging conditions while still providing delicious and sustaining meals. The chef also works closely with supply officers to monitor stock levels and order provisions, ensuring that the galley is always well equipped. Their expertise in food safety is critical, as they must adhere to strict guidelines to prevent foodborne illnesses and ensure the health of the entire crew. And did you know that sometimes the chef is responsible for delivering quality meals and desserts for very special occasions like birthdays? He makes sure that these events are well marked with epic deliveries of fancy table settings, wine glasses, cocktails, and gourmet main courses that rival the menus of expensive restaurants. These thoughtful touches help to boost morale and provide a sense of celebration and normalcy amid the rigors of life at sea. Now let's talk about the training that aircraft carrier cooks have to go through in order to achieve this kind of service. And we'll end with a detailed scheduled routine that chefs must stick to every day. Training chefs and their assistants for service on an aircraft carrier is not as simple as it may seem. It's not really like a Hell's Kitchen episode, right? This is the United States Navy we're talking about. It is a rigorous and difficult process designed to ensure that the chef team can meet the demanding culinary needs of the crew. The training begins with foundational culinary education, often at specialized Navy training schools where recruits learn the basics of cooking, kitchen safety, nutrition, and food management. They are taught how to prepare a wide variety of dishes, emphasizing the importance of efficiency, precision, and adaptability. This foundational training ensures that every culinary specialist has the essential skills required to operate in the high-pressure environment of an aircraft carrier's galley. Once assigned to an aircraft carrier, chefs undergo further on-the-job training tailored to the unique challenges of cooking at sea. If you're somehow the new chef in town, you would need to have a maximum EXP level in mastering the use of industrial kitchen equipment, managing large-scale meal preparations, and understanding the logistics of food shortage and inventory management on a moving vessel. If you cut your fingers with a knife instead of a bunch of carrots, well, good luck on the assignment. You will need lots of luck, in fact. Additionally, chefs learn to adapt to the unpredictable nature of sea operations, which may require sudden changes in meal plans or cooking conditions. While the ship is in the port and undeployed, the naval culinary staff organizes specialized training sessions. These sessions can be individual or group exercises, focusing on honing existing culinary skills and introducing new cooking techniques and procedures. Such training is crucial for continuous improvement and innovation in the galley. Chefs need to stay updated with modern culinary practices, so this training is very helpful to them. On top of that, these training sessions have proven to be invaluable over the years. They significantly reduce the difficulties kitchen staff face while preparing up to 17,000 meals a day for the 5,000 sailors on board an aircraft carrier. These rigorous training programs not only enhance the chef's technical skills, but also build their ability to work as a cohesive team under pressure. They practice efficient communication, multitasking, and problem solving, all vital for maintaining a smooth and effective galley operation. In the early days of aircraft carrier life, sailors' diets were notoriously poor compared to today. They relied heavily on dried foods that could withstand long voyages, but offered little in terms of nutrition and variety. No thanks. The challenges of food preservation and storage were immense, as carriers were new at the time and nobody gave a second thought about floating cuisines. What mattered was eating just to survive, that's all. In contemporary times, the culinary practices on aircraft carriers have reached new heights of sophistication. Modern technology has profoundly transformed both cooking and food storage processes. The chief can now easily enjoy a steady, fresh supply of ingredients and foods brought to the vessel. Not to mention, advanced inventory management systems now help track and manage food supplies, reducing waste and ensuring that the galley is always well stocked. Innovative cooking methods and tools have further revolutionized naval cuisine. High-efficiency convection ovens, steamers, and multifunctional cooking equipment allow chefs to prepare a wide variety of meals quickly and efficiently. Sous vide cooking, which involves vacuum sealing food and cooking it at precise temperatures, is one such innovation that ensures consistent quality and retains nutrients. This method is particularly useful in a high-volume setting like an aircraft carrier's galley, where consistency and quality are paramount. Furthermore, the integration of digital technology has streamlined operations in the galley. Recipe management software helps chefs plan menus, calculate nutritional values, and ensure compliance with dietary regulations. You won't even need Martha Stewart to help you with meal ideas anymore. These new cooking tools also facilitated the preparation of meals that cater to diverse dietary needs, including vegetarian and gluten-free options, reflecting the diverse backgrounds of the crew. Despite these advancements, the chef and his crew face some challenges that remain consistent over time. He needs to prepare a high volume of meals under tight schedules and continues to demand exceptional organizational skills and teamwork. Adapting to the dynamic and sometimes unpredictable nature of naval operations requires flexibility and resilience from the culinary staff. It's crazy how much dedication the men and women have in serving crew members and officers with delicious foods every day. And no matter how difficult the job can be, Let's all agree that modern innovations have significantly mitigated many of these challenges, allowing chefs to focus more on quality and creativity. So to summarize the detailed shift of a chef inside of an aircraft carrier, roll up some intense music. It begins with planning and organizing the day's menu, considering the nutritional needs and preferences of the sailors. The chef then reviews the inventory, checks the availability of fresh and frozen ingredients, and makes any necessary adjustments to the menu. By 4 a.m., the chef and his team start preparing breakfast for the crew. The breakfast service begins at 6 a.m. and runs until 8 a.m., during which the team ensures that the food is replenished continuously and served hot. By 11 a.m., the lunch preparation is in full swing, with the team cooking a range of dishes to provide a balanced and nutritious meal. Lunch service runs from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. The afternoon is spent baking bread, preparing desserts, and setting up for the evening meal. By 5 p.m., dinner preparation is underway, and the team works diligently to prepare a variety of dishes, ensuring that everything is cooked to perfection. Dinner service runs from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. After dinner, the chef and his team conduct a final cleanup of the galley, ensure all equipment is properly sanitized, and prepare for the next day's tasks. The chef's day typically ends late at night, around 9 or 10 p.m., after ensuring that everything is in order for the next day. You can now stop the intense music. Thank you. So do you think you could handle the job of being a chef inside of an aircraft carrier? If so, let us know in the comments, and while you're at it, please consider leaving a like on the video and subscribing to the channel for more Navy-related content like this one. Take care!